let's go into episode 9 of Bel-Air. Things is getting tensed up in,
the Banks
the
estate.
Banks, in the Banks household. So we are one episode away from the season finale. I mean, the season finale is coming up this Thursday, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of things we had to cover in this episode. So Will went to Jeffrey to say, "Look, I know you 00 Negro. I want you to find out more about my dad." And Jeffrey warns me, says, "Look, if I won't find out something about your dad, this could affect this whole family."
Just Will Smith all over again.
Yeah. Oh shit. So that's gonna be a thing. Will and Carl. In this episode, they go to church, and everybody's getting ready to go to church. They got the church hat on. Aunt Viv's church hat is
church hats.
Aunt Viv Hill got their church hats on. And Lisa, right? Not Lisa.
Ashley.
Ashley.
She had like a headband.
Which
she had a church hat in training.
And then when he got to church, I did like how Ashley talked about stuff. So what we gonna do about the LGBTQ community? And other
my man was like, "Oh, so sure, no."
It's just, other than just being choir directors, I was just like, "Uh-oh."
The shade.
Uh-oh. So
she said, "Listen, no more holiday hearts."
No.
Also, Hillary's friend was like, "Oh yeah," she was like, "Oh yeah, I seen you. I like your stuff." She was like, "Let's collaborate."
I was definitely about to speak about the shade.
She was like, and then that's something she got interrupted.
She threw a palm tree at us.
She threw one of Jerry West bombs.
She was just all the shade. I was like, "Oh, that's not happening."
No, it ain't gonna happen at all.
Even with you scrubbing all of that from the internet, not happening.
It was already. I was about to say it was already seen.
Yeah. So then, Carlton was supposed to sing at service, but it looked like Carlton had a
anxiety attack.
Had an anxiety attack. Because at first, Lady Sketch looked at me. She said, "Yo, he can sing." I was just like, "Yeah, I know Carlton can sing in the episode." She said, "No, the actual actor
can sing."
Yeah,
can sing. And I was like, "Oh, all right, so I'm ready for him to blow." And then of course, he saw the bet.
Well, I knew he wasn't gonna sing.
Honestly,
did y'all not know that?
I did not know that.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you noticed it, but leading up to the performance, he didn't want to talk to nobody. Like, Will was trying to talk to him before they got into the church, and he was just looking off in the distance. And then before they left, he was like, "Carlton's gonna sing today," and then he was like, "Thanks, Dad." He was just looking unconfident. And then he was talking to Will. Of course, he was like, "I ain't trying to talk right now." So I already knew. I thought, in true Carlton fashion, he was gonna leave and do some coke and come back. That's what I thought he was gonna do.
Now he was gonna do some coke.
That's what I thought. I thought he was gonna run off the stage and do some coke.
We're not fit to do a line in the Lord's bathroom.
Like in what's the movie? Get Out, where the dude it was like Get Out and he left and came back. He was regular. That's what I thought. He was gonna leave, do some coke, come back, like, "Sorry, y'all, I just had a mishap," and then come back and sing the song.
And still got some of his nose nostril or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been.
After the preacher gonna be preaching the whole time, throwing shots like he don't see it in his nose.
Because you don't need that. All you need is Jesus.
Because
Uh-huh.
that's what Johnny told me. But anyway.
Hey, yo. But I was hoping, because I was like, this is a drama though. Like, this was not a drama. Maybe this would happen. I was hoping Coco was going to get up and save him. I was like, come on, girl, because you can blow too.
Yeah, but Hillary can't, I guess. So
I mean, the original
thing,
Hillary couldn't do none of the stuff that this Hillary does.
Well, yeah.
So
no, I'm talking about Hillary, the character. We don't know if she can sing. That's what I was saying. Like, I don't know if they put that quote unquote in her character or not.
Well, yeah, because
because Hillary wasn't a singer, and at least like we knew Alfonso sung a lot in the original.
Yeah,
so
and dance.
Hillary ain't really. Yeah, this is a whole new Hillary.
But no, man, I've been waiting for Coco to do something.
I also thought that at one point Will was gonna get her there and save him like he did Uncle Phil at that Yamakral meeting.
Yamakral?
Yamakral?
I thought he was gonna do something like that too and save him when he seen, but nah.
No,
just let Carter walk off, I guess.
No, you know? That Sunday service just ended.
No,
so
yeah, we just left the church and that was it.
When he came back home, Will was obviously worried about it. He thought he was talking to Hillary, talking about Carlton's drug use, about things that he was doing, and Hillary was like, "This is serious. You got to go talk to him." And then, first of all, my man didn't get to finish chicken and waffles. That man been served.
She definitely slid that plate clean back across the counter. I keep it warm. No,
my waffles ain't gonna be crispy after they. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna have the crispy edges.
I want them limp Eggos after I gotta go do this heavy ass talk with Carlton.
Yeah.
Now, just okay. So you mean to tell me Will's the only person that know, and Will's only been here a few months, but none of them don't know, and they've been there for years?
Yep.
And that is kind of weird, because so that means that the only people in the series besides him telling Hillary now that know is Will and Lisa.
So you mean to tell me he was comfortable enough to Lisa to do drugs, to do coke? What is going on here?
Like, I'm confused because it's not like the parents are completely checked out.
And it's not like he not hiding it. He literally had his room door. He had the door open in the closet while he does it. Like, if he was in the closet and he had the door closed, that's different. You got the door closed and then you got the closet door open while you just do it. Come on, like, anybody can just bust in your room and just, especially if you got headphones on. Come on, what are you doing?
Or probably Reed Broderick just probably came by there and slightly closed
Shut
the door.
Up, yeah.
Hey.
I'm overboard.
So he, Will talks him down off the matter. He explains to him his anxiety and why he has the anxiety and things like that. And then, but Will said, "Look, I'm here, and we can do this together." Basically,
I like their growing dynamic.
Me too.
Yeah, one thing I didn't agree with though.
What?
He said, "If you need the drugs, let me know. I got you." Like, you gonna get drugs for him? What you mean?
No.
He said what he that.
Nah, you know that's not what he meant.
He said, "If you need the drugs, I got you." What does that mean? Tell me what that means.
I think he's saying, like, if you feel like you need to, like, if you in a place where you feel like you need to use the drugs,
then I'm gonna get you.
Come talk to me. Come talk to me.
What's
such a troublemaker.
He literally said it was a dramatic scene too. He said, "You feel like you need the drugs? Just let me know. Come talk to me." So that Carson would rather take them drugs than talk to Will. Come on now.
Come on. We couldn't just have a nice moment, huh? No.
Meanwhile, Jeffrey went behind Phil's back because he definitely told him, "Don't do that without finding out his father." He gives Will the white envelope and he says, "The contents of this package will impact the entire family."
Come on, because you didn't have to do the accent.
Okay, I'm sorry. And then Will was just like, he didn't know. But here's the thing. He goes to Uncle Phil and was just like, "Look, in this package, something about my father. Jeffrey got it for me." He didn't know Uncle Phil told Jeffrey not to do that.
No, he didn't.
And he says, "But I don't want to read it because he said it can affect his whole family." So he said,
I would have more questions.
How come he don't want me, man?
Oh, it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
He can't be Lou now.
What they do to Lou? Or what Lou do? So I got to know something about Lou before the season over.
Lou was a truck driver in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Now they saying he was just a scammer, which is pretty
new age.
Yeah, it's pretty new age.
Yeah, so did he open Lou's sweet ribs and shit?
I'm wondering that my first theory was that he did something wild that could have mixed up Will's mom. And they paid him to take the fall or paid him to go away or something like that. That was my first thought. Now I'm not sure. Because the way they be talking about it is like he killed somebody for them and went and just caught the charge.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Neither do
I don't know either.
Well, if he is a scammer, maybe he could have scammed and gave half of that to Uncle Phil to start his business or whatever. And then,
that could be
I guess... It was getting too much, and then they just like, "Here, we don't need you to go away." So maybe, or maybe they was in a contract, and Uncle Phil had to buy himself out the contract with Lou, and the part of the contract was you can't see Vi again. I don't know. I have no idea.
It's possible that could be, but then
We're gonna find out in 2 days.
Yeah, he can't worry about it.
I mean, it's not. First of all, it's not guaranteed. You know, they could just make you wait till season 2.
But
yeah, you're right.
But you're right. But the debate is coming up, and the way Martin them is like, look, we got information, obviously, that homeboy cheated on his dying wife with her, and then got her pregnant, and we can use that against him. Now, you know, Phil trying to take the high road, you know, and I do that, but that's always the ace in the hole, just in case he wants to, you know, bring up some dirty stuff also.
I say, yeah, you never know.
Also, backtracking just a little bit, we're not gonna talk about why would Will just drop that information on Carlton while they walking in the church when he was just like, I'm gonna find my dad, and he was just like, I can't talk about this right now.
I mean, they live in a mansion. Maybe that's the first time he's seen Carlton in a few days.
Come on, man.
So. No.
It's a possibility.
I'm sorry. I just had to throw that in there before I forgot. But go ahead.
So, Aunt Viv is about to get back to the art world, and she has a meeting with Daphne Maxwell Reed, a.k.a. Tim Reed's wife.
A.k.a. light-skinned Aunt Viv.
A.k.a. light-skinned Aunt Viv.
I say the real facts.
Okay.
Now, you know what? I'll be completely honest with you. I would have liked that it was all 3 of them together.
Oh.
But maybe Janet was busy. I don't know.
I think she also has a cameo.
Oh, she does? Oh, okay.
I believe so.
She better grandma? The way she defended Will and Rose.
What is she, Uncle Phil's mom?
Probably. She'll probably be like his mama or somebody else she'll encounter during a fellowship or something. But they did say that both the Aunt Vivs, from what I heard, had a cameo spot.
Well, I mean, I heard people calling Will's mom Aunt Vi, so I'm like, maybe they thought that
maybe
was
they
Aunt
messed
Viv?
it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. Because, as I was about to say also, Vernee Watson Johnson, who was Will's mom on the Fresh Prince, they were both there as asking.
And I'm sorry to say, even though I know it's been 30 years, they look old. I'm sorry to say it like that. But like Daphne, she had gray hair in the like the last season, didn't she?
No,
all her hair was gray.
I didn't see that.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't all gray, but she was.
But I know she was gray early, like in the 90s. Still,
they've been around for a minute.
Yeah. So.
Also, yeah, I mean they get older, but I can tell who they are. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
yeah.
And they was asking Viv like, why does she want this? And first you just giving the PC answers,
the cliche
answers, but then after she says, it made me feel alive again, and because she had to. After Will came in there, he was rich with so much life, and she felt as though she could go ahead and do this. So they said, well, we want to know if you're going to be. We already made up our minds that we'll give you the fellowship, but we'll give you 24 hours to make sure if you're going to be ready for travel, speaking arrangements and things like that for the campaign. And there's a reason why we do. She kept saying there's a reason why we do 24 hours, and we do find out.
Seems like a really big commitment. I mean, it seems like a dope opportunity, but
yeah,
it seems like a really big commitment.
Now, I just want to skip ahead a little bit.
Yeah,
you mean to tell me she listened to this lady's whole argument and listen to her vent just to say, "Yeah, I can't do nothing about that. Call me back later." Like, I would have cut her off beginning and say, I can't listen to this until after the 24 hours.
No, because
she knew she needed to get that up.
I'm about to say because, like I said, you got to be empathetic with people. That right there is just like knew.
In that setting, it's surprising that people are empathetic. That's all I'm saying.
That was a sister friend moment. They had already decided that she was going to get that fellowship before she even came in.
Right.
But it was just like there have been times where there's folks that I know, like I know surface level, but sometimes, especially when you might be a minority in a situation, and I mean that in the sense that you could be a woman in a predominantly male environment, a person of color, like, whatever, that where you just like, I need somebody who understands where I'm coming from to talk to.
Yeah.
And she knew, but that's why she let her go for a minute, because she was like, listen, I know you needed to get that off. However, this is why we do 24 hours. So, call me back tomorrow. And tell me your yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure if that's the policy, I'm sure they've had this happen before.
Yeah, there's a reason why we get 24 hours. So meanwhile, Will is texting Lisa all day like, yo, man, I'm trying to see what's going on with Lisa. And she ain't been answering the phone. because Lisa's on the other side, finding out that the real reason why Will is in Bel-Air, her dad kind of opens up to her because the judge told the dad why he was here. So the judge can use that against his campaign of why, how Phil used the law to bend it to get Will from prison and over here. So Lisa's obviously upset. She's like, "You turning me against him, Dad," stuff like that. But she goes over to Will's and when she comes down there and she's like, "Please tell me this is not you." And as soon as she see that picture, she was just like, "Where'd you get this?" I was like, "Ain't nothing you can do, bro. Man up and just tell it."
Just tell her.
Man,
Man.
I mean, look, he was inside.
I was excited.
Yeah.
Man, look, Judge Robinson
real.
was a sucker in the show. He a sucker in this.
It's still fuck Lisa dead to the end, okay? He one of them characters. If I see him in something else, I'm be like, "Oh, ain't they Lisa dead from Bel-Air? Fuck boy."
Fred Wilkes? Yeah, nah.
Yeah, Fred.
On rock the bull.
And then so he said, "Can we just go somewhere and talk?" Because she's about to leave. But then he takes her upstairs and let her know that yes. He said, "Did you kill somebody?" "No, I shot to break up the fight, and then went to jail. Uncle Phil got me out."
The wild part about this is, I'm like, you're not finna stand here and act like your dad, the police chief of the LAPD, is the picture of morality. The one who you knew, she had to know, because if the new wife is pregnant now, and they got married a year after her mom died, she was a teenager. She's not stupid. She know that man was out there creeping with that woman. And you on your soapbox? No, bro.
No. People actually get on there, and then, but once again, she's also this mad because he lied, and I'm just like,
well, yes, that I'll be mad about. You lied to me, but I get it. I get it.
What am I supposed to do?
That's why I said I get it.
Yeah. It was just like, if I tell you, the sex ain't good, I'm saying, Daddy, let me tell you something. It's just like, I don't.
The sex ain't good.
Now, I thought initially that they was going to make us hate Lisa. Because if you remember, when he threw that thing, he threw it on the floor in the office, and they went in the office. So I thought afterwards, I thought it was going to be a situation where he leaves the office and then he just leaves her in there looking stupid, I guess. And then she finds that thing about his dad. That's what I thought was going to happen. But it didn't. She left first. But,
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that.
I thought
I didn't think about that either.
I thought that scene was going to be much more emotional. Like, she was going to blow up. It was going to be why they was going to fight. Like, it was going to be much worse. But she just got hurt and left. And I was like, oh. Okay.
Yeah, I really thought that's what I thought. Like I thought either he was gonna be like, I gotta go take a breath or something, and then she stays there and wait for him to come back or whatever. And then when he comes back in, she's reading the file of his dad. Something like that I thought, but they didn't even. I don't know. It was just like they put too much emphasis on when he threw it on the ground and they zoomed in on it. So I was like, that has to come back into play. But
exactly.
It hasn't.
The only time it came back into play is that when Phil called Jeffrey in the office and he showed him the packet that Will gave him, and then he said, you went against me. And he was basically talking about, that he wasn't okay with the whole thing in the first place. I forgot what Phil said to him.
He's upset because he had to leave his own son behind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a low blow.
So Uncle Phil says, like, I can't trust you anymore. You're fired.
That's messed up, bro.
And I was like, not Double O Negro. But he was just like, if I go out here and say I'm fired, you're going to be a lot more questions to yourself. So what it's just basically how they shook hands and, okay, leave of absence. Say I had a family emergency. All right, good.
That's the wild part. Like, even in me getting fired, I'm still looking out.
Yeah. But they automatically, if I'll tell you something, and Viv the shit, she already knew.
So what's this about Jeffrey having to go through some kind of family emergency?
Exactly.
What family he got? We don't got no family. What you mean family? Y'all yes he do.
We his family. What you do, Double O Negro?
Even at the end, but this was before actually the world, and then went into the office because when Lisa was knocking on the door, Carter was like, where is Jeffrey to open up the door? And then she just came in. It's like, okay, well, yeah.
Yeah. So, so it's going to impact how when Jeffrey's not there. Also, side note,
we better not get more Dwayne Mark because Jeffrey ain't there. Y'all better bring him back, damn it.
I ain't got time to see Dwayne.
No, I think Jeffrey coming back the next episode. Just we
I
just
do
need
too.
Yeah.
Side note, it wasn't that big though, but Ashley and her mom had that call. I think.
The conversation.
Do you think Viv knows that she's gay or bisexual?
She knows something's up.
Yeah.
I think she knows something up, but then again, I wouldn't want to talk to her. Talk to her either, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Just because I guess how she sees her with Hillary, she probably says Hillary's more, I guess, open to understanding why her mom just wants to not dictate, but you should be doing this, or this is not what she's supposed to be doing, stuff like that.
She gonna figure, I feel like they'll come out too, they'll have a conversation where she's just like, the way you are with Hillary, and that'll be like her light bulb moment of how she's been treating Hillary. The way you are with Hillary makes me not want to say nothing to you, because you're setting the precedent of what our dynamic could be if that's how you are with Hillary.
Yeah.
But don't she know she the youngest? She'll be fine.
Exactly.
That's the rule by default.
They are about to get ready for a debate, and Will and Carlton's like, "Hold on, Fred Wilkes knows about me and from Philly to L.A. We got to get there." So,
I doubt they run all. I doubt they ran all the way from the mansion to this place, as they made it seem.
They probably wouldn't. They probably got in a car. But even still,
they made it seem like they was out of breath, like they had just ran 5 miles.
Dude at the let me just be the first to say, dude at the door was being a dickhead.
Yeah, right.
Nah, he was doing his job. What you mean?
No, bruh, because he got an earpiece. And also, this is my thing. You work in this event, you know who this person is. The whole thing about him has been the mess of his family. You know that's his damn son. Even if you just radio to somebody, hey yo, send out the assistant.
Yeah.
Some security guards that work events, they only secure. They don't know who's here. They just know that they work in security. And if your name ain't on the list, you ain't getting in there. I can't say that from experience. Some people don't even know the event. They just know your name ain't on here. You can't get it.
But also doesn't make sense because then the whole family showed up.
Yeah, he has a radio. Which I'm like, why? This is not like a 90s movie where you don't have a radio. This ain't like, what's the dude named Pat Riley trying to get in the building on Winning Time?
Oh, Winning Time, yeah. He was just like, I tell you ain't in this.
This is 2022. We know.
Man.
That's what I'm saying. It's this 2021, you could have radio and been like, hey,
yes,
I need to know. That's why I say he's being a dickhead.
But then again, I've seen some people mess with him. Some security guards, if they don't feel like calling the check, you out of luck. Because it's like, I've seen that happen firsthand.
Dwayne Mark finally had a good moment. Ken there saved him. He came in and he said, look, Fred Wilkes knows all about it. You got to pull out there. He said, no, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. And when he said that, I was just like, he going to try to bomb on him. He going to pull out him cheating on his wife.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what Carlton meant. He knew in that moment that he was just finna bow out.
Yeah. And when he goes in there, and he starts off in the debate, and it's like, oh, he's about to do it. It's like he's building up to it. He's about to do it. Talk about family, and not trying to get back on the family and loyalty, so like that. He said, "I'm gonna talk about the race," and I was like,
"No, that was a bigger stab in the back, I think."
Biggest Uno card ever.
Yeah, he pulled out the race, and he said he gonna go and be a fan. He told, "You take that fellowship. Promise me, you'll take that fellowship." And
I think that was a bigger stab in the back because it's just like, bruh, I'm willing to do anything for my family to make sure we are all right. Meanwhile, your daughter is over here suffering, and you done ran off with your trophy wife, and you don't even really care about this.
Yeah. So it's like you want to see what gets come up and stuff like, but he gonna get it eventually. But I'm saying,
what's gonna happen? I don't want I kind of want. Part of me wants Lisa to find out, so she just be like, "Fuck bull." But the other part of me is just like, I don't want her to find out because she already so hurt.
Yeah.
Well, I think she'll find out obviously from Will too, because Will was there when she admitted it.
But nobody said. But that happened several episodes ago, and he hasn't said anything to her because
you don't need to bring it up if it's not brought up. Like if she brings up like, oh, I hate that lady, and or my dad's been acting weird, then you bring it up. But if you're not talking about your dad, why just bring up this random news about your dad? You know, so it's like,
I mean, they've brought him up about them sneaking around and how she.
They brought him up, not like him and like she haven't said like the lady. Yeah, the lady. Yeah, so I don't know.
Y'all could have picked a better mistress too. Jesus.
Honestly,
I think that was the point. She got to be.
Like,
y'all remember? Y'all remember in Don't Be a Menace when the dude that hated the black women, but she was so black, and then he went with the
Excuse me, my beautiful black sister. Could you tap that white woman over there for me?
Yeah. And she was like a
trailer. Yeah, white.
Yeah.
WT. Yeah, you're right. So that is our review of Bel-Air, guys. How was that episode for you guys? The ranked episode.
Okay. I feel like it was a episode to gear you up for the finale, but it was still a good episode along the way.
A nice, solid, good bridge episode.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm hoping it brings it.
Bring it home.
I need that one whole hour of Bel-Air to end this joint.
And I need us to address this underlying tension with Hillary and Jazz. Do that in this episode, please.
Oh, speaking of that, we didn't even get on that. She's about to get in trouble. She better get in trouble, right?
Hillary?
Yeah.
I can't get a read on what's going on with the two of them. Because it's just
Jazz clearly likes her.
No.
Yes. But they're going to get in trouble.
Oh, that's right, because they wanted to stole the stuff.
They stole the sign. Then again, the whole house is like everything is on camera. So I'm like, that's kind of stupid. And you know everything is on camera. Unless she know where the camera's at, she turned them off. It's like you're caught on camera. Stealing.
Well, she came to get her stuff, though. She said she was getting her stuff. I don't think it was just the sign.
But he owns that stuff, don't he?
He owns...
yes.
He might own that sign, but if she said she came to get her stuff, I'm thinking she meant like her clothes and shit.
I think the stuff that's in the house, he want to say is his. He might...
He can't own her personal clothes.
Well, we don't know if that's in the contract. I mean, everything that you leave here... Everything that you leave here once you leave this house is, I don't know. They did say something about it being scrubbed from the internet. That part, I'm more inclined to believe that would be the problem. They're going to find out in the next episode that she need the money to get out the contract. And that might be the reason why Jeffrey come back.
Yeah.
To go handle the whole thing with the boy Kylo.
Oh, handle Kylo? I actually, maybe she calls him like the other one did in the original series every time she had a problem.
So
I would say Double D will handle Kylo.
But my thing was the dynamic with Hillary and Jazz. It seems to be like there's obviously some tension there, like sexual tension. But it's like every time it's like she only wants to use him under her, like with her. What am I thinking?
She needs something.
Yes. It's when
it happens to people, so I mean it's not new.
But it's not just that. I mean, like when he's suggesting stuff, like he was like, we can go back to my place and I can cook for you. And she like, well, I'm staying at a 5-star hotel now. We can just order room service. And he was just like, okay.
That's that bougie coming out.
That's
that Karen Parsons coming out.
Yes. He seemed more apprehensive, like, why we can't just go back to my place kind of thing. So I'm just like, are we going to address that? Or what?
She's not going to be around these Negroes.
It'll probably be like a little dress by.
It'll be a little thing. It's not. It don't have to be like a whole dedicated.
I think it'll be more of a season 2 thing.
Okay.
And that'll be more of a season 2 storyline going into it. You know how Hillary is like, okay, we'll do all this stuff like that. You know, she be fight for the black woman type thing, but she don't want to be around the Negro.
But she's out of touch kind of thing. I think that's what's gonna happen because that happened in the original Fresh Prince when Jazz had to eventually tell Hillary about herself a little bit. Mm-hmm. He gonna tell her like, look, man, you either in or you out. You for us or like completely or not. Like all of us. That kind of deal. Yeah. And then he'll walk away. And she'll just be standing there like.
I think season 2 we need to get more Jazz and Will.
I like their dynamic. So yeah.
Yeah.
Give us the handshake. That's the one thing. Like,
I think it's gonna be in the finale because they showed it. They showed him doing it in one of the trailers. So like,
I think they did it last time they like at his party, but they had like panned away from him.
The one that I seen, it was like Will was sitting at a school in the chair. He had on the black Bel-Air hoodie or something like that.